Hey guys, Daniel here. Welcome back to Stuff and Things. I don't know what that hand gesture was about, but I'm going with it. That's what you gotta do. You just gotta own everything you do. That's just a simple lesson in life. Just, if you make a mistake, own the mistake. And then you'll be kind of remembered for just owning it. Anyways, completely off topic. Have an interesting little insight into some of the causes of some of the symptoms of Down syndrome. Most of us are familiar with Down syndrome. If you aren't, I don't know how you're not. Apparently you live in a world where that doesn't exist. Anyways, basically Down syndrome results from a person having an extra chromosome. Doesn't seem like too much having just one extra 21st chromosome, but since we only have such a small number of base pairs, so talking about thousands of genes, whatever, lots of genes being affected from this. So this causes a bunch of range of issues, physical traits, as well as mental faculties being lesser. This new paper though was published, which has an excellent title by the way, let me share it with you. Loss of sorting Nexin 27 contributes to excitatory synaptic dysfunction by modulating glutamate receptor recycling in Down syndrome. Those science journal guys, they gotta come with something snappy, something quick. Whatever. What this paper is mainly about is that they found that one of the symptoms of Down syndrome is that whole, again, mental capacities being unfortunately diminished. The specific brain protein in question, SNX27, or SNX27, as I'm going to refer to it throughout this entire video, SNX27 is a specific gene that they found was missing in people with Down syndrome. This protein is responsible for keeping neurons functioning properly. So if you have a lack of it, you have impaired learning and memory. So they actually tested this on mice, and guess what? There we go. The mice did have developmental issues. They could not learn things as fast. They could not remember things as well. This gene not being presented in someone with SNX27 is actually partly to blame in a RNA molecule being present with the extra chromosome there. MIR155 or MIR155, some would refer to it. They found that this being expressed would then lead to the protein not being expressed. It's just kind of the way it works, right? You have one thing and it leads to another. That's how lead works. So this does lead then to a possible, not necessarily cure, because a cure would be like a bandit kind of thing, but does lead to just simply a possible treatment, at least in regards to that, in regard to letting people with Down syndrome and other abilities lead more normal lives. If you simply are able to stimulate the production of the SNX27 protein, then you would have the neurons operating properly, then you would have them learning and their memory capacity increasing, and they would actually achieve a state of normalcy, as normal as a completely normally chromosomed person. It's kind of a touchy subject, but I mean, most of us are normal Down syndrome. Down syndrome does affect a significant portion of the population, but it's not I'm gonna say normal. It's really not a great word to use in that regards. Like, we're normal, they're different. We're talking science here, so you know what, when you're talking about science, you do have to use those terms. You do have to be a little bit distant, you have to be a little bit cold, just so you can purely express it. That's all I'm doing here. I'm not making any sort of judgments, just pure expression. There is a baseline, and if we can help them get to that baseline, excellent, they can lead more normal lives. And again, with this leading to a possible sort of treatment, they also did realize that this is just one little tiny piece of the puzzle that, because of that extra chromosome in there, it's a cascading effect. Again, since our genes are so heavily affected by so many factors, it just blows up. And they found that this is one little thing, but this does not answer the complete. This is not the absolute answer to why people with Down syndrome are the way they are. It's just another little piece that we just have to keep working on until we get the complete picture. It's an excellent start, and at least it lets us further down the road to other things, like, hey, maybe you can eventually go into doctor, get a prescription for some brain boosting drugs, and you're literally like, I need to cram for those finals, and you just take the drugs, and woo, you're flying through and you're studying like no tomorrow. Possibility, future of going to a doctor for prescriptions to alter your brain chemicals. Probably heading there, peoples. That would actually lead me to a question if you think that would be morally right thing to do. Do we only use this information to help people, like people suffering with Down syndrome? Or you think it's alright to commercialize it and get it on the market and consumer? And hey, that would lead to more money for more research. And it's not all bad. Mostly, but not all bad. Let me know in the comments down below. And of course, if you like what you see, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. And we'll see you on the next one. Whatever that is.